Hey everybody, welcome to Last Week from the Table for November 30th, 2020. I'm your host, DM Gallibond. So now, do you ever come up to a long weekend, whether it's a holiday or whether it's time off that you're taking, and you have sat down and you have thought about all the things you want to get done, you kind of made a to-do list, and then the actual time off comes and you're just like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do anything. Well, that was kind of like me with uh, Thanksgiving, the whole long Thanksgiving weekend. Here in the U.S., if you're watching from another part of the world, Thanksgiving is the fourth Thursday in November. So, what we wind up doing is we wind up having um, Thanksgiving uh, Thursday off. Then there's the traditional Black Friday, the start of the Christmas shopping season. That is the day after, and then the Sunday or Saturday and the Sunday. So it's a nice long 4-day weekend. And I was gonna get stuff all set up for some of my games, and I was gonna get things, and I just didn't. I hardly did any of it. So we also didn't have many games because of the holiday weekend. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what did happen. Thursday, I previously mentioned that Thursday itself was Thanksgiving, so there was no session on Thursday night. Um, different people celebrate different times of day, so it just there was enough of a conflict in either people visiting family members or having family members come over to visit that we just decided, no, we're not going to play this week. We will be back this coming Thursday, and we are at the party has just kind of entered into a new area, and they have met a new group of potential allies. So join us Thursday night at 8 o'clock on twitch.tv/Gallibond and find out what happens there. Then on Saturday at 7 p.m., we did play. This was the one game that we did play this weekend. Lost Mine of original D&D. This is a retelling of the Lost Mine of Phandelver, but replacing everything with D&D. And what they did this time is they were off fighting the orcs of Wyvern Tor. And those of you who have been following this game will remember that our magic user had charmed Clarg the Bugbear. And Clarg is convinced that he is going to become the king of Cragmaw Castle. And the wizard, or the magic user, actually, she's a witch. She wants to be called a witch, and so we are calling her a witch. The witch Amira is she's actually playing into Clark's ego, and she's letting him think that he is going to be the king of Cragmaw Castle. In reality, he's just going to be her puppet. And because she's just going to keep charming him as long as she can charm him a month at a time, because in this edition of the game, you charm somebody and they fail their initial save, it's a whole month before they get to make another save. Uh, so, so they, actually, it's dependent on intelligence, and with Clark's intelligence, it's going to be a month. So Amira has him at her beck and call, and he is now taking the calling her Empress Amira. And she's not letting anybody get away without using that honorific. Uh, so this player is really having fun with this game, and all the players are having fun with it. So I like to see that. We've got Clark along, so Clark helped them attack the orcs, and then the PCs had gone to the town master Harpen Wester and had said that they had a visiting lord that wanted to talk to them about ways that they could help with the town. So they brought Harbin Wester out to their camp. And as he walked up, he sees the severed heads of all the orcs on pikes, and the ogre, the head of the ogre on a pike, and he starts to get a little, these guys are scary now. And then they walk him in to meet Lord Clark, and of course Lord Clark is a bugbear, and the poor town master nearly lost his shit. Um, but he now realizes that uh, this Clark is, well, he's not a vicious, bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he's allied with these humans, or these humans are helping, and the humans have been helping the town. So maybe, I don't know. This game is going in a very different direction than it might normally, but that's because I can't help myself playing like a sandbox and leaning into the yes and when the players suggest something that's not in the script. So we are going with it. It's a lot of fun. Come and watch. There are openings for people that want to join the game and play. Um, Please look for Lost Mine of Original D&D on Roll20 and send us something. And try not to wait until Saturday to do that, because if you do join, want to get with you and assign you a pre-generated character. Everybody is playing pre-generated characters in this game, so you're not being picked on by joining late. It, you get a pre-generated character, and off we go. All right, then on Sunday we normally play our planeswalking game, the Walker of Waterdeep. That's normally at 2 p.m. Eastern. Well, yesterday we didn't play, and that's because I called the game off. I called the game off because playoffs. Um, I almost always record in my Orlando City kit, and Orlando City indeed hosted a playoff game yesterday. But instead of playing like the 2020 version of Orlando City, they played more like the 2019 version of Orlando City, and they got thoroughly trounced. Um, they played so poorly they even missed a penalty kick during the regular game. So they're out of the playoffs. So there's no more interruptions on Sunday until probably the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl will be the next scheduled Sunday that we're off. One of the games, one of the 3 nights, is affected by the Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. I forget which one it is. I have to go back and check and see which one it is this year. But we will probably not have one of the games for 2 weeks in a row because of Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. And yeah, so come out and watch what happens in the Walker of Waterdeep. We are in Kamigawa. They have just fought a bunch of bandits, and they are trying to figure out what is up with these bandits. I think they have a couple of bandit prisoners, and so they're probably going to question them with the start of the session on Sunday. And then we will get into continuing the adventure in the plain of Kamigawa. All right, everyone. Thanks a lot for watching. Thank you for joining. If you like what we're doing here on this channel, if you like anything we're doing here on this channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, click the post notification bell so that you too can get notified anytime we drop new content on the channel. And please join us over on twitch.tv/Gallibond for the live streams of all of the games. And this is DM Gallibond. I'll sign off as I always do by just reminding you to try to make your games entertaining so that you can always have tales from your table that you can share as well. Good night, everybody.